All right, hold on. Is Joe T on the line? Let's go to the hotline. Is Joe listening?
Hi, guys.
Joe, what's up,
Hey,
buddy?
Joe.
How are you, man?
Listening to your conversation this morning, wanted to say hello. Hope you're safe.
Yeah,
Hello,
thanks.
hope
You
you're
too,
doing
man.
well.
The question is which conversation, because we've had some dicey ones.
Oh, I believe me. I've been listening to. I've been on the road for about 45 minutes now, so you can imagine the ones I've been listening to.
Nice,
wow.
nice. All right, so what do you want to chime in on, Joe?
Well, the thing, you're talking about trading. I actually agree with JP as far as the deal goes. With our football team, as young as it is and in its developmental stages, you don't want to bring somebody in that's in the last year of a contract, because then you're looking at a one-year deal, and it would be a wasted draft pick. When it comes to Ryan, I think Sweat is not healthy, and so he may play a little bit more. So I mean, you've got the insurance with that front seven basically, and why would you give something up when you really can't get anything for it at the midpoint of the season?
Right.
Now, regarding Dwayne, if you look at our quarterback situation, Kyle's a starter, but we also saw him get knocked out. Alex, God bless him, is, really still coming back from that broken leg. So if in the event something did happen, you don't want to wind up where we were, 4 years ago when we went through 4 quarterbacks in 4 games,
Right.
or where the Dallas Cowboys
That was
are
ugly, yeah.
with the guy that's struggling. I mean, Dwayne could actually go out and play football for us. And if that happens, at least you have someone that is familiar with the system, that knows what to do to be able to run the offense. So to me, to trade, and plus, if I'm another team out there looking at the Washington football team and say I'm considering trading for Dwayne, there's no body of work to be able to judge it on. I mean, it's a very limited body of work, and so now you have to bring him in. And you made a great point. I got 2 weeks of COVID to sit. Now we're at week 10.
Yeah.
Is he going to play for? So what do we do with the next 6 weeks? And there's some great quarterbacks out there. I mean, the kid that I'm in love with as a young quarterback is Zach Wilson at BYU.
Oh, you are?
Oh man, if I get a chance to watch a BYU game and see this kid play, he almost looks like he's as quick as Kyler Murray. He's 6'3", runs very well, tremendous touch on the ball, wonderful pocket presence. And this isn't just best on one game. This is like 3 games I've watched. I'm enamored with him. Let's put it that way.
And he's working with John Beck in the offseason.
He's your new crush.
That's not necessarily a plus.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's my new crush. That's for you guys to decide. Okay, let's not go that far.
Hey, but Joe, I kind of agree with you with what you were saying. Like, I understand that they were kind of disappointed with Dwayne, maybe some off the field stuff, whatever, maybe making the same mistakes, on the field, so they wanted to kind of make a point. But at this point, I feel like he should be the number 2 guy, because God bless Alex and everyone in the world, and I know you're the leader of his fan club in terms of coming back from that injury, but he looked like he was not ready to play, right? Or just the speed to be able to protect himself. I mean, obviously his leg could hold up, but he looked slow. If God forbid Kyle Allen tests positive for COVID, I think you got to play Dwayne at this point.
Obviously that decision's been made above our pay grade when it comes to the football team, because Dwayne is number 3.
Right.
But I don't to watch Alex against the Rams, I think was an unfair way to evaluate anybody against the Ram defensive line and the way our offensive line played.
Right.
What I saw is I saw a guy take some hits that everybody wondered if he could take. I saw people around his feet that you wondered, would he be concerned? I saw somebody throw the ball with confidence, albeit he had 1.5 of a second to do it. So I still think you don't know exactly. And now with each passing day and each passing week, when you look at Alex, you have to figure he's going to get stronger, he's going to get better, he's going to get more comfortable. And that's just, that just as time moves on in a system. As far as Dwayne goes, I hope Dwayne stays, commits himself. Now there won't be this, it's a new system. I don't know the coaching staff doesn't know me. There's a lot of football out there for a young man like him. And you don't know what competition will bring next year when the playing field's quite a bit more level. I mean, Kyle had a distinct advantage knowing the system. Let's face it.
Yeah.
It's very difficult in any sport or in any profession to walk in and think you know the nuances right off the bat. You don't.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was listening to you guys talk about the trade. I actually think that what we did was a good move for us going forward. and to keep our draft picks and keep on adding young guys. There's some terrific. Let me tell you, there's some terrific wide receivers out there in college football today.
Wait, Joe, I know this doesn't work this way, but we had a little fun with this a week ago. If there was a redraft, knowing what you know right now, and Washington had the number 2 pick, would you still take Chase Young or maybe Justin Herbert?
I'd take Chase Young in a heartbeat.
Oh, really?
I thought it was the right pick. I mean, he is an impact player. He's basically he's a generational players with that kind of size and speed. He's only going to get better. And look at that front now. I mean, really, you want to hang your hat on something on our football team, hang it on those guys up front because they will make the difference. And then the offense hopefully will catch up. And I think the other thing we need to find desperately is a tight end that can make plays down the field. The tight end position today in football has become so important. I mean, look, I mean, Kittle out in San Francisco, and all the guys in Philly, Kansas City, Gronk as far as Tom goes. I mean, we really need to find somebody who can play the position. Logan does a good job, but we need to find somebody that can get down the field, and you're looking for someone like a healthy Jordan Reed. And once again, he's not. But
yeah, there's so few great tight ends. It's tough. It's tough to find one of those top 5 or 7 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Notre. I'm going to blow Andy's horn a little bit here. Notre Dame has put some good ones in the last 3-4 years. So, and I think we've got a pretty good one there now too.
Well,
again,
I'll tell you what, Joe. If Washington can get their hands on Pat Freiermuth out of Penn State, maybe he's a second-round pick next year. I don't know. Maybe he's a late first, but he's legit.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. What it does is it complements the offense so much, and basically it allows you to run the football better because now people have to respect the passing game inside. So you can't drop your safeties down in the boxes close to the line of scrimmage. I mean, that presence alone just creates problems defensively on how you want to attack an offense.
Talking to the great Joe Theismann, since you mentioned Notre Dame, what's your prediction against Clemson? No Trevor Lawrence for Clemson, although Clemson's got a pretty good backup there and a 5-star.
Yeah, Clemson's a terrific football team. I mean, Dabo's done a wonderful job with that football team, and you saw last week just how much they struggled without Trevor. And yeah, I mean, he's going to be the runaway number 1 pick in the draft for sure. The young kid's a very young kid, and they're going to Notre Dame to play. I wish they would allow all of our fans into the stands there a little bit, put about 85,000 people out there and see how they respond. Yeah. I think it's going to be a really close football game, but, obviously you know who I'm going to pick. I mean, and there's no question. I think Notre Dame is in a position, even with Trevor Lawrence, I think Notre Dame is in a position to be able to challenge for a national championship. And we're built that way right now. I mean, your offensive line, every one of them's back. Your quarterback's in his 4th year as a starter. Tommy Rees gets more comfortable as a offensive coordinator. And this is the other thing, guys. Nobody really talks about this. And you hear people talk about, oh, look, he came off his first read. And they talk about the quarterback like they're the coordinator. Now, in Tom Brady's case, yes. Peyton Manning's case, yes. Drew Brees, you look at the way Sean and Drew operate. That has to be one mind. And that was a little bit of the hurdle, I think, that Dwayne had to try and surmount during the course of this season, was to get on the same page as Scott. And it's a process. It's not an overnight flip your switch, all of a sudden I know what's going on. And Tom the other day, I mean, 20 years of football, 43 years old, and all you heard him talk about is, I need to learn, I need to study, I need to get better, I need to work on my footwork. That's why he's the greatest ever.
Yep, no question about it. Joe, thank you so much. Where are you driving to, by the way?
RTJ, I'm going to play golf.
Shocker, I knew it.
There you go.
I knew it. That's a great track.
The place is amazing.
Great track.
Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. And by the way, I'll take that box of Pro Vs.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, have fun, Joe.
Take care, guys.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.